fellow Biafrans, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are listening to me this very moment, I want to give you food for thought. And it may interest you to know that Peter B is already disqualified for the race of presidential election of Nigeria come 2027. I take it again. It may interest you, Biafrans, to know that P2B is already disqualified for the race of Nigerian presidential election 2027 by Northerners. According to them, 21 states that made up Northerners have disqualified P2B from being the Nigeria president come 2027. And how did this happen? Now, they are bringing allegations of what I think that it doesn't make sense to talk. But because of hatred and tribalism, and at the same time call it maltreatment, marginalization, and a political agenda. I am not a politician, and I never wish to be, and I will never be, because I'm too busy to be a politician, and my reputation is as white as snow to sozzle my hand into a dirty thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that you are there. The northern leaders and elders, which are cabals, have had a meeting and come to the conclusion that P2B is not eligible to be the president of Nigeria come 2027. But this message is to whom it may concern, because I have seen a lot of people who have left their little businesses and become defocused for P2B election. Meanwhile, they are not politicians, and they don't even have 3 square meal on their table. But they have provided themselves as a sacrificial lamb for P2B come 2027. So they have started hitting the ground running for P2B. I am not against P2B. I am not against his presidency, since he refused to repent and he decided to bring shame and disgrace to Biafrans, and making all kinds of dirty statements, such as telling the whole world that the Biafra nation has died 50 years ago. So I think P2B must continue suffering from ridicule, reproach, marginalization, political agenda, and all manner of allegations and disgrace, which past Buhari made them to arrest him in United Kingdom and disgrace him, because he knew it too well that P2B was the one who won the election 2023, which Tinubu stole the mandate and the certificate of P2B. And today, Nigerians are clapping for him. You know, somebody from Nigeria, this Nigeria, was trying to tell me how competent. He's a Yoruba man anyway. He was trying to tell me how competent Tinubu have been and how effective his government have been, how productive and reproductive Tinubu's government have been. You know, I don't want to say a word because I know that these are birds of the same feather that flocks together. And one thing must be very, very clear to you, that Yorubas believe themselves and they believe in themselves. So when they see you and you are a different language, they will turn English into Yoruba language and even look for the pure, unadulterated, and undiluted Yoruba language. The one you cannot even, nobody can interpret it for you except if that person is a Yoruba scholar. That's the only person who can interpret that one for you. They will begin to speak it in order to maintain their integrity, their quality, their tradition, their custom, and all what's not. But you will meet an Igbo man in the office and tell him that you are looking for a job. He will tell you that he doesn't hear what you are saying. Say, brother, I beg you, I'm looking for a job. He will tell you that he doesn't understand Igbo language. If it is what you are speaking, he don't hear Igbo language. He's not an Igbo man. All right? But when a different language, a different tribe come to him who is not even from Southeast, he will give the person the job and give the person real money and promote the person just at arrival. So what I'm trying to say is what? Some of you who have started running errand for P2B should understand that what goes up must come down. Why won't you face your business? Face your family, face what you are doing for a living. I'm making this video for those who are claiming that Nigeria is one. Those Igbos, those Biafrans who are claiming one Nigeria. To see that Nigeria is not a country, it's an amalgamated place. It's a dangerous place where witches and wizards, cultic men, diabolic men, criminals, armed robbers, terrorists, Boko Harams come to market to sell and buy. And you innocent person, you are in their midst. So just to know it, that your life is at stake. Know it that you are in the midst of carnivorous animals. But some of you will not understand me. And some of you who understand will pretend that it doesn't care and it doesn't matter. All what they know is for P2B to give them money. The reason why Northern Coalition said that P2B is not eligible to be the president of Nigeria is because they said P2B have a brewery or brewery. And some of them say P2B is building two powerful brewery or brewery. You know how they pronounce their English. That is brewery. Where he is producing beers, where he is producing alcohol. That if eventually P2B becomes the president of Nigeria, he will make sure that 21 northern states of Nigeria must soak themselves with alcohol. Meanwhile, they, northerners, does not test alcohol. They don't know anything about alcohol because they are very holy and they are very pure before Allah. And for this reason, nobody should bring alcohol to the north. Have you heard that? But let me tell you what I know about P2B, alcohol and beer. I know that P2B have a business from South Africa. All right. The company that produces a beer or produces drink from South Africa. P2B brings in those drinks. And again, I come to discover that P2B is doing his business. Let me put it that way. P2B nwanne m, sorry. P2B nwanne m, ịhụgha gị ihe ịtagbuo n'onwe gị n'ahụhụ n'ụwa nke ị pụtara. Ibe akwa n'ụtụtụ, ibe akwa n'ehihie, ibe akwa n'abalị, ibe akwa na ndị nri. P2B, you have suffered, my brother. Every time you are crying, your eyes have become red, your fingers on your nose, you wet everywhere. P2B, my brother, you have suffered so much. Just because you are doing business, that's why you are not qualified to be a president of Nigeria. You have suffered. But your sufferness is as the result of your limited understanding. You know, your disqualification is as the result of you refusing to understand the moment. Understanding that one Nigeria is a scam. P2B, you have a problem. You need to go and sit down and ask yourself a series of questions, cardinal questions, and come up with something reasonable. You are there going right around the north, carrying alamajiris on your chest and paying millions and billions of naira to the terrorists who sustain injury as they come to kill Igbos. And you are giving millions for the burial of fallen terrorists who went for attack and were killed. So now this is what we are busy gallivanting up and down in the north. So thinking that at the end of the day, they will give you Nigeria to rule. Unity beggars. Your tears will never dry. You will continue crying. But before I wrap up my message, I want to ask Northerners, what of 1 hour in Sokoto State? Mami Market in Sokoto State, which is supposed to be the holiest place in the north. And what they are doing there is selling and buying and producing of alcoholic drink. Yes, P2B produces Heroes beer.